Hey, is it possible this picture really shows a giant iceberg about to crush this home? I think this needs to be looked into right away. Hey guys, Bill here. Did you hear the news? An iceberg the size of the U.S. state of Delaware just broke loose in Antarctica,
creating a spectacular iceberg weighing more than 1 trillion metric tons.
It's called the Larsen C ice shelf and is now considered one of the biggest renegade icebergs ever.
For now, scientists will track the new iceberg to see if and when it melts.
Okay, now, I don't want you to get worried because this doesn't mean that the world is coming to an end or there's going to be some kind of zombie apocalypse or even that the levels of our oceans are going to rise. The thing was already in the water, so when it drifts to warmer areas and melts, you won't see the Philippines or someplace like that going underwater. It's kind of like these ice cubes here in this glass of water. When these ice cubes melt, the level of water is not going to be any higher because the ice itself is already taking up that space. Know what I mean? The one thing that may be a problem with this thing is that it's going to be out there floating around and breaking up into chunks and causing all sorts of havoc on ships and maybe some people's homes, like this one. This picture was sent in by Martin DeKing and claims to show a giant iceberg getting ready to crush that cute little home into little bits of driftwood. Martin asked, "Hey Bill, is this a real picture?" Well, Mr. King, when I first saw this thing, I was like instantly, Photoshop! But then again, I started thinking about that iceberg that just broke off in Antarctica. And well, maybe we should double check this one just to make sure. I mean, where is that house anyway? Hoping for a quick crowd solve, I put the picture on my Facebook to see what my readers there had to say. Ashley Elisi said, "I think it's Photoshop because it looks like this iceberg just got placed there. Because look at the snow behind the house. The iceberg just doesn't match up." But then Kevin Arsenal Ginto said, "Believe it or not, it's 100% real. I guarantee it." Emily Burns found a picture of the same iceberg, but it was in a different picture, which means maybe somebody just copied the iceberg and pasted it into the photo we're looking at. And then there's Daniel Benson, who just sent in this picture and said, "Possible." Okay, now if you're a little bit confused by all this, don't worry, because believe me, I am scratching my head too. So why don't we do this? Why don't we just take this whole thing to a vote and see what you guys are thinking, all right? Now, when I say go, what I want you to do is yell out as loud as you can, either real or fake, okay? Now, if you can't do that, it's okay to pause the video, go to the comment section, leave your answer down there, and then come back here and play the rest of the video to see if you're right or not. A third way to go is just to vote right up here. You ready? And go. Hey, before I forget, if you've got a picture or video and you're not quite sure whether it's real or not, send it in to me at billschannel@gmail.com and I'll take a look. Okay, did you do it? Good, because we're gonna get down to the icy truth faster than you can say iceberg lettuce. And I don't know about you, but iceberg lettuce is one of my favorites. I know a lot of people out there consider it like the low rent lettuce, but I don't know why. I just like the texture. I like the crunch. And I don't know why I'm talking about this. So let's get back to this right here. Ready? All right, here we go. Hey, by the way, I thought of something really funny. You want to see a comment section with people going off? Watch this. Climate change is real! All right, now read the comment section below. All right, here we go. The picture showing the house looking like it's about to get crushed by a giant iceberg has been examined. Based on all the information provided by Bill's Channel Facebook readers and independent sources, the picture has been determined to be... Are you ready for this? Just, I kind of spot them, I'm not too bad at this because it is 100%, without any doubts whatsoever, real. How about that, huh? But hey, how can something so fake end up being real? Well, hold on a second. Don't click away and listen to this. The smoking gun on this one was first provided by Facebook reader Dima Kozanov, who provided a link to a tweet from ACO Water Management that showed the iceberg and wrote, "A massive iceberg drifting by Twillingate, Newfoundland, Canada." The photo was taken June 15, 2017 by Doreen Daly. The story was confirmed in reports from a variety of news sources, including Newfoundland local news.
We've seen some pretty large icebergs over the years, but this is, I would say, certainly the highest iceberg that we've ever seen.
This area, as it turns out, is called Iceberg Alley because big chunks of ice that break off of the glaciers up in Greenland are carried by currents past Newfoundland. So in the end, all this had nothing to do with the Larsen C iceberg, but you know what? I think we haven't heard the last from old Larsen C. He's gonna be popping up more than you think.
These ice shelves buttress the flow of the ice upstream, the ice that's flowing into the system. And when you lose that buttressing force, you allow the upstream glaciers to flow faster.
So now these grounded bits of ice, that's what's contributing to sea level, are now shooting out a lot more ice into the ocean that is then melting, and that's the part of the ice contributing to sea level rise.
Say what? I'm gonna leave you today with some shots of some smaller icebergs that I actually recorded myself on a cruise to Alaska like less than 2 weeks ago. I think you really like them, so check them out, and I'll see you soon. What's happening here is we were supposed to go up this fjord near Juneau, Alaska to see this huge glacier, but so much ice was breaking off the glacier we had to turn around before the boat got trapped by it. They said it was due to a possible earthquake.